So a lot of people know me. Wanted to go into a little bit about my story and how I got started with Family First Life. So about 10 years ago, I was working as a roofer. I probably hit my cap with my income at about $40,000. And I would get bonuses here and there. The bonuses were pretty good. Maybe bumped me up another 10,000 or so. But I had hit my cap and I had been there for a long time. And I kind of bought into their system. Wasn't planning on going anywhere. So after about 10 years of roofing, one day I had a buddy come to me. He was telling me about this insurance thing where you can go out, talk with people, sign people up, make a bunch of money. I wasn't really interested in it. I thought it was a scam, one of those multi-level marketing things. But I watched him for a couple months and he was bringing in about $3,000 a month and he wasn't doing a whole lot of work and he wasn't nice with people either. So one day I went to talk with the guy he was working with. His name was Rich, pretty good guy. And he told me, he said, "Hey Brig, as long as you're good with people, you could probably make more money than your buddy." And I thought about that for a long time. And I thought, yeah, I probably could, but he's a salesman. He's supposed to sell me on this business. So I didn't do anything. Another month comes by, he calls me. I still didn't do anything. Another month comes by. This went on for a while. It was about a year later. A year later, I was up in Yakima and I was roofing out at the college. And boss shows up at my door and says, "Hey Brig, we're going to have to let you go. We're downsizing." I was one of the highest paid guys, so of course they're going to let me go first. I had to pack up my stuff right there, jump in my vehicle, and head back towards Vancouver. And I was living on paycheck to paycheck. I didn't have a whole lot of money saved up. So I just remember driving down the road, had about a 3-hour drive, and I pulled over on the side of the road, and it was dark out. Kind of got on my knees and I thought, what am I going to do? Started thinking about all the different options I had and I really didn't have anything. There was nothing that I could do. I was at the top of anything else that I went to, I probably couldn't have made the money that I was making at roofing. So I sat there for a while, regrouped, got back in my rig, started driving down the road. When I got back into service, I got this phone call. Ring, ring. "Hey, Brig, ready to come work for us?" It was like, It was almost perfect timing. Like, how would he know that I was in that position, that I needed it? He probably didn't know. But here's what I know. He stayed in touch with me for that whole year, and I just wasn't ready. Got laid off? Well, obviously I was ready. So, started studying for my insurance test. Man, this was the hardest test that I think I've ever tried to do. But got through it, failed it 3 times, got through it. Had a little bit of money saved up, not a whole lot. So I moved over to a company that paid me like 30% commission because that's where they were working at. And I just went to work. I was working 7 days a week from 5 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, trying to figure out this business. And my first month, I maybe made $2,000. Second month, maybe about $4,000, and some of it went backwards. Like, I was struggling for the first couple months. It was pretty hard. And then I don't know exactly at what point, probably about 4 months in, all of a sudden it just started clicking for me. And I'd never been in sales before, so it was rough. We didn't have leads back then. I had to get in a phone book and dial people, say, "Hey, this is Brig. I'm getting back to you about a request we sent out to you, and I noticed you didn't send it back in. Do you remember saying that?" I mean, we were just calling from the phone book. Also, we didn't really have training, nothing like we do now. We had no systems in place. We had nothing. We kind of had to guess. We'd just go out there, write on a piece of paper what they were looking for, and hope they bought. Low comp. I was paid 35% commission at my other company. And then this one day I met Matt Smith. Matt's like, "Hey, Brig, you're not making enough money." And I thought, this guy's a typical salesman. Of course he's going to tell me that. But then he'd send me a screenshot of his bank deposits. And I'm like, yeah, maybe he got lucky. Maybe he got lucky twice. After a month of this, I was like, you know what? I'm losing out by being here. So I switched over to Family First, and it's been an uphill ride since. I've been averaging approximately about 300,000 every year, and the best thing I can tell you guys is it's real. The struggle's real. It's a lot of work, but the reward is definitely real too.